close your eyes and find, maybe quick but with the self awareness, find out the place, position, and posture. Place, position, and posture. You have to be aware of the place, position, and posture. Why? You have a self awareness. What is that self awareness? If we live in that state of self awareness and remind we are of the nature of peace and happiness, and then you say, let me check if I am at peace and the joy at present. Why am saying so? I am saying so because you wrote to me about your psychosis. So can you remind, recall and remember while doing the practice? I am constantly updating the practice for based on your feedback. You just say to yourself, that I am real self of peace, happiness, love, and wisdom. So after saying, just reflect, what exactly is happiness? What exactly is peace? What is exactly is the calm? The best way to experience or feel like an infinite space all around. It has nothing to do with any psychosis. Any thought enters the mind, any imagination in the mind, can you say, I am peace and happiness? If you recall and remember and repeat, you can easily manage. So in every step, we change the ABC of the mind. ABC: attitude, behavior, and conduct. And if you can do it consciously, you are free at that moment. Let us do the second step. We say being comfortable, and what it means: change the direction of the mind and experience of sensation, comfort, and steadiness. That is another area you can beat. I believe with conviction you can beat the problem. But it has to be regular with commitment and sincerity. So it means one is the regular practice, And second is anytime, anywhere in real life situation. What I'm saying that you do not need to repeat the thought that you have the problem. That is, you have the problem. Again, I'm repeating in a understanding way. Again, what is that understanding? The intellect gives you the knowledge. So we say, Eastern wisdom says that knowledge of the self you need to not only understand but and press the mind to follow it. Mind has a psychosis, not the intellect. And then you can be free. Now see what we do in being comfortable. We simply move the mind on the skin of the body, move the mind on the skin of the body until you experience sensation from the top to the toes. And that sensation leads to comfort and then steadiness. You are free from that problem at this moment. But by repetition, you can change. You can change your mindset. I firmly believe you are not taking any drugs at this time because otherwise the drug can reverse. So now you see that say again in your mind. What do you say? Let me move my mind on the skin of the body and feel, know, experience, sensation, comfort, steadiness. Repeat at least 5 or 6 times. You see, you are repeating this. Just gonna repeat this 5 or 6 times. Knowledge can remove ignorance and delusion. These are the symptoms of the problem. So you are repeating the knowledge by saying it, by feeling it. You are repeating the knowledge by seeing in the mind, by experiencing, feeling, and knowing the state of sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Whenever you are free and not doing anything or doing anything, you can say and repeat in your mind the same steps instead of the thoughts of the problem that you mentioned. I can bet you if you do it regularly this week, you will find something totally new state of your awareness in the next meeting you will say, yes, I am different. Now we go to, again, I'm going into the same steps, but with the same steps with the knowledge part and application part. So being carefree in the state of place, position, and posture, in the state of sensation, comfort, and steadiness, in the state of sensation, comfort, and steadiness. So, in being carefree, I am separating intellect and the mind. Mind rushes thoughts and feeling, which you claim are the symptoms of a problem. But the intellect, if you keep the intellect alive and then say, yes, I'm noticing thoughts, I am noticing feelings, I am noticing delusion or whatever, and then you say to your mind, I am none of these thoughts, I am none of the feelings, I am none of the delusions. Why? I am an observer. And they are observed. You listen to it, you contemplate, you do the practice. That is how I'm giving you the practice. So we are in the third step, in the state of place, position, and posture, being comfortable and experience of sensation, comfort, and steadiness. You are watching, noticing, observing what? Thoughts, feeling, emotions, delusion. Why? Your notice means you are an observer. And you notice what is observed. Say to the mind again, I am the knower, observer, seer. Wait, watch, feel, whether it is a thought, feeling, delusion. And then say to the mind, knower, observer, seer cannot be affected by the observed. You say to the mind again, I am knower, observer, cannot be affected by experience of thought, feeling, emotions, delusion. I am separate, different. What changes cannot impact me? Why? I am a knower, observer. Thoughts, feeling, and delusion are changing all the time. I am free from all experiences taking place in the mind. So even now, if the mind brings some delusion, some thoughts and feelings, you have a power of the intellect. That is how we differentiate. You have the power of intellect. Intellect, power means intellect has the knowledge, and that intellect springs or make you aware you are an observer, knower, observer and knower cannot be affected or influenced, I'm using your word, by any and all experiences of the mind. All experiences of the mind, it may be thought, it may be a feeling, it may be a delusion, it may be an imagination, provided you recognize, you realize experiences changes. You are not the change. So you are a knower and observer. Did the knowledge of you being change every time we meet? No. No. Why no? I know your name. I know about you. That does not change. Why it does not change? It is knowledge. So when we have right knowledge, it does not change. Delusion means wrong knowledge. So it changes, let it change. You remain as an observer and you are free. Never ever think repeatedly that you have this problem. I'm not naming it, you have this problem. But when the mind it repeats by thought. You have a problem, follow, bring, change your experience by the first three steps. Place, position, and posture, being comfortable, leading to sensation, comfort, and steadiness, and being carefree means observer, you are an observer. So observed is changing your all the experiences. You are already free from it. You don't have a problem. But we have to, yes, now comes, I told you there are 8 challenges. 8 challenges. We do not know. We will know by the journey of self-discovery. And one of them is prarabdha. The body, speech or thought in the mind, action, the way we perform, and prarabdha, mind, intellect, ego, and past impressions are 8 factors. We do not know when any of them can cause certain experiences. It is okay, but when experience takes place, I am an observer and I see the observed. I experience what is happening in the mind, maybe from prarabdha. There we can take action. Means if the symptoms is there, we can surely take action. So don't get discouraged. The moment we have symptoms, symptoms mean experience, means feeling, means thought, means delusion. We can take action. So the first level of action, I told you we have done the 3 steps: place, position, and posture, sensation, comfort, and steadiness, observer, and observed. If it doesn't work, it may work, it may not work in the beginning, but when we intensify, it will surely work. But then otherwise, we start with Mangala Charan Mantra. Mangala Charan Mantra. When, anytime, anywhere, regularly we do it, and then the moment after the practice, we remind doing it while walking, eating, talking, eating, talking, reading, studying, before sleeping, just after we wake up. Why? We don't give chance to the mind to repeat the same delusion in the thought and the feeling. How? By, I told you, by Mangalacharan and mantra. So if I say the first step, check, place, position and posture, sensation, comfort and steadiness, and observer and observed, means you are watching all your experiences separate from you, or simply say in your mind, simply say in the mind, all my experiences are not me. I am separate. I am an observer and the knower. They are observed, experienced, and known. So, yes, then what happens in the second step when you say that? You find the space between your experience, and the knower or observer. Okay? The moment you find the space, instead of repeating the same thought of the problem, you replace it by me sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. You are saying with me. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. And then 3 times the meaning you repeat it. May there be happiness for all, including me. May there be happiness for all, including me and everyone. May there be happiness for all, including me. Now check again. What to check? Are you experiencing place, position and posture, sensation, comfort and steadiness? Observer means you are just casually observing all your experiences, and you may find a thought or a delusion. What you do, you superimpose the mantra, may there be happiness for all. Again you find the thought disturbing or a delusion or experience returns. You superimpose again, may there be happiness for all. That is the key point. anytime, anywhere, in any situation, anytime, anywhere, in any situation, in any condition, can you repeat mentally the mantra with awareness, as if you are superimposing the mantra over delusion, over delusory thought or the feeling. I can bet you in a week you will be free from it, provided you follow the way we have been doing the practice now. Now see the challenge. There is a challenge here. In this practice, we do not ask the mind to do any active step to remove the problem. Why? It is the problem of ignorance. It is the problem of ignorance. We need to give knowledge from the intellect to the mind. So we are not doing any active breathing, including the deep, silent, and slow breathing. That is the, on one hand, the deep, silent, slow breathing can help you. On the other side, we have to be a bit careful, casual. We are just casual. We recognize in the state of base position and posture, sensation, comfort, and steadiness. We observer and observed. We simply recognize and repeat and superimpose the mantra. Now let us do it. The second line of the mantra, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. And now, 3 times, with meaning, may there be peace for all. When you say peace for all, when you say peace for all, you imagine or visualize the infinite space. That infinite space has nothing to do with your problem. In infinite space is the peace. May there be peace for all. And then your mind gets absorbed into the infinite peace. May there be peace for all. And then you have already learned, if there is any thought or delusion You simply superimpose, the mantra and the reflection part. Peace is essential nature. Peace is essential nature. I recognize within me, and delusory thoughts are changing. They come and go. Let me, may there be peaceful. May there be peaceful. So you simply superimpose. You should understand what is that superimposition in practice and experience. Suppose a thought of cute girl enters the mind, your intellect says to the mind, may there be peace, for all over this thought. And you check if that thought dissolves. You check if the thought dissolves. Why it will dissolve? It is changing. So it is changing, so it will dissolve. It will dissolve. Well, if not, repeat it. If not, repeat and superimpose again. Another way to understand this, very subtle step, another way to understand it by example. You come to my house, knock the door, and ask me, who are you? And I simply say, Om Shanti. What you do? My answer is Om Shanti. Om Shanti. How are you doing? You ask me, and I say Om Shanti. You ask me, are you crazy? And I simply say Om Shanti. For every question, I have one answer. For every question, I have one answer. Om Shanti. Can you have one answer for any experience, for any delusion, for any thought, and for any feeling? What is that? May there be peace for all. Oh, may there be peace for all. Any thought enters the mind, and you simply, casually, easily drop, may there be peace for all. Your mind dares to enter into the problem. I can bet you. Why? Because you are aware, level of awareness is high. In that state, your intellect is fully active. Intellect is not guided by the default mind, and you are superimposing May there be peace for all. You are already in a different state, in a higher state of awareness, how the mind. Modern psychology has another level of understanding, we have another level of understanding. We see all problems are problems of ignorance, ignorance, ignorance caused by delusion. Delusion means what I see, mind claims real, but is not real. So when you are doing this and dropping the mantra, your intellect recognizes the delusion, and by superimposing it drops, it drops, and then return to the essential nature. Happiness is me, peace is me, and that goes a long way. It all depends on the understanding. I said only understanding. Understanding means cognitive understanding. Just I will not say, I will not speak for another 3 to 4 minutes from now, and you simply superimpose, superimpose, may there be peace for all, including me, while being aware of infinite space or emptiness. Let us see what happens. Just a reminder, you're superimposing on any thought, experience, delusion, feeling, any feeling. It demands sincerity. Just a reminder, you are superimposing may there be peace for all, plus the infinite space. Aware of the infinite space, experiencing the steadiness and the calmness has nothing to do with your problem. It has to do more with the higher awareness. You're vigilant about place, position, and posture, no movement. You're vigilant about experience of sensation, comfort, and steadiness. And you are dropping the thought. What is that thought? From the intellect. May there be peace for all. And the moment your mind says peace, you are aware of the infinite space all around you, inside you. And you superimpose, you are ready to superimpose this mantra on any thought, any experience. As long as we are in a waking state, our experiences are pretty normal, waking state. In waking state, experiences of sensations are pretty normal. What do you mean by it? Come on, the default mind may experience, for example, your heart, sometime your right or left arm, sometime you may feel some sensation around the head. What do we have to do? Superimpose any experience. That level of awareness is required. So you simply, what we have to do, superimpose. If any thought comes, then again superimpose, superimpose. Any imagination enters, superimpose. Superimpose. How can you have a problem? You have to find the time to do the practice regularly and during the day at any point of time. So within a week, your mind has picked up. May there be happiness for all. May there be peace for all with the space, your experience of the infinite space inside the mind. And if that is so, how can you have a problem? Chanting mentally with me. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. We already know it means let there be peace, peace, and peace. Now feel your right arm and just stay there, just feeling of the right arm. This feeling has nothing to do with the problem. You are consciously moving the mind there. Move the mind on the left hand, feel, experience the left hand. We are not in a hurry. Now lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside the palms, and continue to be aware of the space and emptiness. Bring the hands down, we'll share over